Engage.
78 years have passed since the days of the original USS Enterprise. Now a new Galaxy starship has been designed.
Transporter Chief, beam our listeners aboard. Welcome to Galaxy Class, a Star Trek The Next Generation podcast on the BQN. I am head of Shurax, Joe Keegan, and I'll explain that later, listeners. Joined with me also today is Counsellor Amy Nelson, because we all need some counselling from time to time. Amy, how are you?
Well, hello, Joe. I'm very curious. You have some new shoes. Might those have been the boots from Chicago that we saw?
No, because they are getting shipped on the 31st of July and they're not mine, they're Ewan's. Ooh. So, yes, they are on. No, my dad, I popped in to see my mum and dad during the week after I went back to work after having COVID. And my dad was pottering about with little scraps of wood, and he decided to build himself a shoe rack. But he didn't have. He was just using like an old manual saw, like a like saw thing.
Do they even sell those anymore?
Oh yeah. And I said, I'll take the wood away and like put it in my proper saw, like, and get all the cuts really neat and squared off, and then put it together, because it's his birthday tomorrow. He's going to be 71 tomorrow, so I thought I'll do it all and put it all together and make it look like a nice shoe rack.
Lovely.
So yeah, that's why I'm head of shoe racks, because everybody needs a shoe rack, otherwise your shoes will just be in a guddle.
Yes, I have a shoe rack as well, and I use it every day.
Yeah. Is the whole BQN thing a secret?
Well, I think...
Are we allowed to...
Yeah.
Are we to tell that they are now listening to Galaxy Class, which is a Star Trek The Next Generation podcast on the Big Queer Network?
Is that what it is? I'm not quite sure. Isn't it Beautiful Queen Nelson?
Beautiful Queen? No, absolutely not. I would quit. I would set fire to my podcasting mic in protest if that was the case. No.
Well,
what is it then?
We certainly wouldn't want to call it Borg Queen Network for fear of CBS and Paramount. So we are definitely not doing that, listeners.
Cease and desist and all that, yeah. NDAs, although none of us have signed an NDA, which we all know stands for nasty death awaits if you infringe it. Interesting. Okay, I'm disappointed that it's not Big Queer Network.
Well, you can have it stand for anything. That's the beautiful part of BQN. It really is, because we're bringing in, we're keeping our shows like Infinite Diversity and Mickey's Marvels and All Good Things. We are also, listeners, going to be dropping my podcast called Union Federation that I always talk about. And that's going to be dropping on our network as well.
There's a mass infiltration. Some might call it an assimilation going on.
Some might say that.
Podcasts of Amy Nelson. Well, I just hope we might pick up some listeners in Quebec who are fans of barbecuing.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Barbecue Quebec.
Yeah.
Nicely.
Network.
Okay.
The end's always network. The beginning, the cure optional, yeah. Listeners, if you have any ideas of what BQN could stand for, please, we would love to have a whole episode where we read out your suggestions, because it sounds like it might be hilarious.
It might be. And our listeners are so smart and quick-witted. I bet we're going to have some fun BQN
Quick or dim? Is that quick or dim?
Oh, quick for the Q.
Oh, okay, yeah. Our listeners are not dim-witted, just for the record.
Did I say dim-witted?
No, I suggested it.
Oh, okay. Quick-witted for the Q. All right, yeah. I like that.
Cool. Shall we check the communication array to see if we get any comments from our beautiful listeners?
Logs accessed.
So we have some from our Trivia with Jim episode. That was Galaxy Class 85, last week's episode, which dropped as we're recording yesterday, or if you're listening earliest, last week. Amy, do you want to take it away?
Yeah. Well, we have another Jim. Jim Stoffel says, I love trivia time. Well, we do too, Jim.
Well, yeah, we like it better when we win, though.
Yeah.
Just saying.
We've got the losers this week. Oh, dear.
Yeah. We have Ria Papa Giorgio. It says, so bummed that I had to miss this one. And comments that she loves Jim's trivia so much and that she would also win. No, she would not.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Those questions, some of them were hard. Good questions.
When I edited, I decided to give myself extra points because some of my answers were correct, I've decided.
So that's why when you tweeted it out, you're like, Joe wins.
Well, no. I just maybe one extra point I gave myself because, interestingly, see the Tapau question. But the music, inspired by Star Trek, the band, their only hit song, I can't remember, Love and Honor or something like that, or something kind of non-Vulcan sounding. It was number one. It was their only number one hit in the US, I think. But if you look at the UK charts, the song that I mentioned, China in Your Hand, was the number one over here. So depending on what charts you look at, because, you know, America is not the only country in the world.
Although
that's
we
why
like to think so sometimes.
Well, some people like to think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I gave myself an extra point.
Okay, good. That
Deservedly
I will
so.
take that. Yeah, that's good.
This is the captain. Senior officers will report to my ready room immediately.
Okay, listeners, we are going to come back to an old topic that we've been doing since our Earl Grey days, where we watch deleted scenes and then we discuss them in great detail and decide what we're going to keep deleted and what we're going to put back in the final cut of the movie. Last time, we had planned to do Generations and First Contact, but Generations has more deleted scenes than actual movie.
Yes,
deleted
it does.
scenes go
so
on
much.
and on forever with the 20 alternate endings that exist. So we only got... What episode was that again?
Episode 77, listeners, if you'd like to go back and check that out for Generations.
So, and we had planned to cover First Contact today because we're going chronologically. First Contact comes after Generations. However, we can't find any of the First Contact deleted scenes. Memory Alpha gives a list of 3 or 4 deleted scenes, but they're not on the Blu-ray editions, which I have. I think, Amy, you have the Blu-ray set as well?
I don't, which is surprising, and I think I need to fix this because this is not good for my TNG cred.
No, not in the slightest. So, yeah, but they're not on there. Generations, Insurrection and Nemesis all have deleted scenes included, but First Contact does not, which is a bit strange. There are some deleted scenes on YouTube, but they don't match up with the Memory Alpha list. So
yeah, they don't.
We're kind of going to, we'll maybe read out the list from Memory Alpha and imagine what it might be like, and then we'll move on because we both have watched the deleted scenes from Insurrection and Nemesis, and we can discuss them. Lots of really good deleted scenes. We're going to preempt the discussion by saying that, and lots I would keep in and lots that would delete. So let's start out with First Contact and 3 deleted scenes that are listed on Memory Alpha. Amy, do you want to start us off?
Yes, a short scene cut from the film happened on the holodeck when a drunk named Buster grabbed Lily Sloane's arm and was pushed back.
Okay, so that's the holodeck scene, which is like a kind of Dixon Hill style Chicago 1920s. Picard shoots up the Borg with an old Tommy gun, and there's gangsters, there's Nicky the Nose, and that scene. And so some drunk guy called Buster grabbed for Lily Sloane's arm and was pushed back by either, I assume, Lily, because she's a tough woman.
She can take care of herself.
Yeah. Does it add anything to the story?
Not according to that description.
No.
I mean, because we already know she's tough and can take care of herself. I mean, she was shooting at Data and, protecting the Phoenix. So the fact that she's, pushing off some crazy dude in the holodeck, we don't need that.
No. Okay. Well, we've agreed to keep it deleted and resign it to the infinite depths of nothingness, where all our deleted scenes go.
No, the infinite depths of where, like, all of the bad guys fall in engineering near the warp core. It's always, the bottomless pit. So annoying. Oh,
yeah, like there's 100 decks.
Yeah.
To fall through, yeah, because warp cores are infinite.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. In the second scene, we've got Zephram Cochrane, who's, as we know, reluctant to make the first warp flight in the Phoenix, and he's been chased by officers from the Enterprise E and comes to a cliff edge and is about to jump off and die, to kill himself. Troy had to climb onto the cliff and tried to persuade him to come back down. She eventually told him to jump, though, and even pushed him off the ledge. His descent was not fatal. However, as his fall was stopped in mid-air by a force field that Geordi LaForge had rigged up. Wow, I want to keep that.
I think so too. And because you get the relationship with Troy and Cochrane, already, drunk Troy, like, again, another scene with Troy, cut. That's all I'm going to say.
Wow. And I think I can imagine why Troy told him just to jump. Because she knows 24th century technology and Geordi's going to be there to save him with the force field.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want that back in.
Yeah.
Oh. So Brannon Braga explained, who co-wrote for First Contact, that it was just simply cut for time. Because all movies have to be 90 minutes long, apparently. Because the general public can't cope with anything longer. Because we don't have attention spans. Right. See, if it was a 20-long-hour Star Trek movie, I'd probably sat. I sat in the movie theatre, or the cinema as we call it, for all 6 Star Trek movies. In the cinema all day. Oh. Maybe fell asleep during Star Trek 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we go to the nth degree for our Star Trek fandom, don't we?
We do. So it's interesting that, Brannon Braga was like, he didn't feel like it made sense to have Cochrane wanting to commit suicide. So maybe that one part of it, but I know that he doesn't want to be, idolized or thought of as a hero. So I can understand it from that point. I don't know that we needed to see him jumping off per se, but maybe just sort of running to get away and then being beamed up.
Yeah, because we already see him running away.
Yeah.
And then he tries to run off and he goes off to take a leak.
Yeah.
Or he goes off to take a leak and then runs
and then
away.
They're chasing
and
him.
Geordi sees him with his infrared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Although,
I think with a little change, keep it in and sort of take out him, trying to commit suicide. But I would like to see that clip.
Or maybe he's on the edge, but then he slips. So it's not a suicidal thing. It's just an accident that happens and Geordi does something and saves him.
Yep,
I would like that more, yeah. Although the suicide thing is a bit extreme, but he's already on the edge. And I think the Enterprise crew kind of push him over the edge with all the talk that there's statues and there's schools and you're the hero of all time because your work produces First Contact in this golden era of mankind.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That is a lot to take in, and it might push someone over the edge.
Excuse the pun. So we're keeping it in with some tweaks.
Yes.
What is next?
Yes. Well, both the teaser and theatrical trailers included footage unique only to them, with some visual effects created specifically for the trailer. Unique shots included the USS Voyager firing phasers at a differently designed Borg cube and an alternate version of Picard's soon-to-be infamous speech, "The line must be drawn here," in the teaser, and cut takes of various Borg drones in the theatrical. This appears to be the only evidence of cut material. No deleted scenes have surfaced or been officially released.
Okay, which explains why we couldn't find any.
Yeah.
Interesting. I like the idea of releasing footage and trailers that you never see in the movie. Because you've got that old thing where they put all the good bits in the trailers, so you don't really have to see the movie. So, yeah, and the idea that we've got Voyager showing up.
I agree with you, and that they could put in some deleted scenes that still lead to the story in the trailer and not the movie, and then you're not giving it away, but yet still you're seeing it, and so the memory of the storyline is there. I like that. Yeah, they should do that more often.
I think they should do trailers which bear no resemblance to the movie whatsoever. Like it's a completely different genre. It's like you see the trailer for the next new Disney animated musical and you end up going to see the movie, but it turns out it's like Saw 17.
Oh my gosh.
Is this the right movie? Oh, they do the movie theatre company Odeon over here do a screen unseen. So you buy a ticket and you don't know what you're going to see.
Ooh,
it's always something that's, it's not, it's usually something that hasn't quite been released yet. It's like a special preview. The one I remember most is Manchester by the Sea. Because it's so slow.
It is.
And so many people walked out. Like in the first 20 minutes, because literally nothing happens for 2 hours. So yeah.
Yeah.
So that's First Contact.
Oh, what I wanted to say about that is we really need to get First Contact special edition, resurface all those deleted scenes, put it in 4K high def and resell it as its own thing, like they're doing with the motion picture. So many people love First Contact. It's one of the favorite of the fans of the next gen. Mm-hmm. They'd make a lot of money.
It'd be the most favourite.
Yeah.
I think they maybe are going to give it a beat, because it was not that long ago that the Blu-ray editions came out.
I know, and we were hoping that we'd get more with that, but they still haven't included deleted scenes. Did they just, Jonathan Frakes was like cutting, and then just threw all the scraps away? Like, who does that? Where are those deleted scenes? Because you know the movie was edited, as you mentioned, because of the timing. It is a shorter movie.
They'll be in some vault somewhere, the Paramount vault. Well,
and Frakes is known as Two Takes Frakes, so maybe there really aren't a lot of deleted scenes because he is such an amazing director.
I didn't know that was his nickname.
Yeah.
Good to know.
It's probably because you don't watch The Ready Room.
No, because, do you know what? We are not entitled to The Ready Room because we're not in America.
Stupid.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on and talk about Insurrection.
Yes.
And there are a bunch of deleted scenes in this, starting with Ruafo's facelift, which is listed as scene number 32. And we've got a few extra seconds of footage of that. He's in that machine. He's in like the salon where he gets his skin stretched and his face peeled off and then restapled back on. There's a few extra. There's some airbrushing of his face makeup. There's some waxy putty stuff they're putting on his face to fill his crevices. Do we need it? Amy, what do you think?
Well, what was interesting when I did watch it was that they had Michael Westmore was talking a little bit before, and he was saying that he actually scrubbed in and went in on surgeries for facelifts and all of that. And so that really like sparked his imagination. And so what we saw was actually from all of this research that he did by actually going in to seeing different procedures take place. That's pretty cool.
That's dedication to your art.
Yeah.
Actually seeing what, like when you take off the skin, what are the layers of fat and the layers of muscle, then down to the skeleton, what's it all look like, so that you can replicate it and make it look as realistic as possible while still being alien and gruesome.
So I wouldn't say that we need the deleted scene, but watching it and knowing that about Michael Westmore, I think adds to it. So
yeah, so we're not keeping it in, but we're just going to keep it like in a special archive.
yes,
So we're not deleting it. It's not going in the depths.
but we're recommending you watch it.
Yes.
Yes.
With knowledge of what Michael Westmore did to research
Yes.
makeup. Cool.
Okay, so the next scene is labeled number 36, and it's a working lunch. And Captain Picard is in his quarters, and he orders some food. It's his working lunch, and he spills his salad on his uniform while he's doing some research. And then Commander Riker comes in, and okay, first of all, this whole thing, I guess I didn't see it where it was fitting in the movie. And so when you're watching it, the music is like boom, 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 so dramatic. And you're like, he's getting a salad and his Earl Grey tea. What's going on with the music? So that like really threw me off. But no, we don't need it. I didn't feel like there was any information that we learned.
Yes, I agree. I think the scene that it fits in on is kind of serious, which explains why the music.
Because they're like trying to gather all the information of the Sona and the Briar Patch.
So there's a seriousness to the main part of the scene, but there's this real light-hearted moment with the salad, which has gorgonzola in it.
Yes.
And it's the biggest salad. Single serving salad. It's like a family size.
It is.
It's like, yeah.
It would feed all of us.
All of us and our friends and all our listeners, possibly. But do you know what I really liked about it? The speed with which he gets cleaned up and changed.
Yeah.
Because he's like covered in dressing and like what looks like melted cheese. Like covered. And then he just changes his vest, wipes himself down, puts on a new vest, and that's him done. You
don't wipe gorgonzola off your clothes because it will smear into it.
Schmear.
Yeah.
SCHMEAR, yeah, schmear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
And plus, we have never once seen Picard try and balance a pad, a huge salad, and a cup of tea and try and sit down. He's never had his hands full with that many things. So it didn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. I think the idea, like he's in his quarters, you would take your salad, put it on the table, then go and get his cup of tea from the machine and put it on the table. And there's another scene it reminds me of. Is it in First Contact? Or is it in Nemesis? Where he's doing some research in the ready room and his desk is covered in pads of different sizes. And it's like, you would have one.
That's First
It's not
Contact.
like I sit at my desk with like 20 different computers all open. It's a pad. It's like having an iPad. Everything's there.
Yeah.
And you can change apps.
Yeah.
You don't need multiple iPads.
I know.
Yeah. But I get why they did it. They wanted to make him look busy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the point. It definitely failed. But I do agree with you. I like the costume change. He gets into his vest, and we all love Picard in a vest.
It's like it's his rolled up sleeves look. He's getting ready for action.
Yep.
He's going out to do a hard day's work. Yeah.
Yep.
You've commented that it's a very stupid scene.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like it.
Oh.
I like that if you take it to change the music, I like that light-hearted conversation that they have. Okay, so we've seen this next scene is called Flirting, and it's scene number 40. And it's the scene that we see in the movie where Troy and Riker are flirting, and Troy's like rubbing Riker's neck, and he's like, oh, you've not done that in a long time. This has been hugely extended and is set on the Enterprise's library. who knew it had a library, but it does have a library with little individual booths with their own computers, and a librarian, a stern-looking librarian, who's like elevated and overlooking all the booths, and she shushes Riker because he's been too loud in the library. You essentially shushed your first officer. No. And she's wearing a Starfleet uniform, so no. Double no. I like this scene. I don't know why they've got paper. Troy's throwing little bits of paper because they're being teenagers, aren't they? Flirty teenagers, and they're just carrying on in the school library. But I don't know, she's got a pad of paper in the 24th century. Did she replicate a pad of paper so she could scrunch bits up and throw them at Riker?
Well, it was interesting. Did you see? It was the size of a small pad, and on the top part, but it looked like a little Post-it note. And she ripped off a little Post-it note, crumpled it up, and threw it at him. And I'm like, why is there paper? I totally did not understand that at all. It's purely the production deciding that they want it to have a certain aesthetic, and they want it to like be flirtatious and a bit childish and a bit silly. Right, because
and you
Insurrection.
need paper to do that.
Yeah, we know that the theme is, regeneration and, going younger. And so these are the teenagers in high school. I get why they did it, and I love why they did it. It's, again, the execution was terrible. First of all, yeah, why is there a library with a librarian? No, you can access any information in any room. We don't have to have a specific library. We don't need the physical. Like, what's the point of the library? And a librarian? Oh my gosh. Okay, but
there's no books. What's she going to do?
Yeah.
She stands there and watches people all day.
I know. Why is she?
That's no existence.
Yeah.
Why is she?
Oh my gosh. But I like the scene for what it is, because we are getting this younger, flirtatious. We definitely always need that. But there's good information that they're sharing between Riker and Troy.
Yeah, they're researching the sonar and like their isolytic subspace weapons, and they fought with the Jem'Hadar during the Dominion War. All these tidbits that we see in the final cut of the movie, which are the good bits that we need, but we don't need all the frippery around it. We get a cameo by Max Grodenchik. He plays Rom in Deep Space Nine, but he's playing a Trill ensign. He doesn't have any lines. He's just sitting in the library on a wee computer, maybe playing solitaire. We never see his screen, and literally doesn't do anything.
Did you know that was him without doing the...
Yes, I recognised him right away.
Okay.
Yeah. While Riker and Troy are throwing little bits of paper at each other, at the very end of the scene, he does the same to Riker, and the librarian catches him, and then Troy blames Riker, and it's like they run off giggling like little school kids. Yeah. Which makes it even sillier.
Yeah.
Why did he throw the paper?
But I like the exchange between Riker and Troy, and they're, trying to figure out why is the Federation even involved with the Sona, because they're sort of going through, what the Baku have done. I don't, what was it that it's like, oh, they like wine, women, and song. And then Troy's like, well, you should feel right at home. And then they're like, oh, they're collectors of precious metals and jewels. And Troy's like, oh, now I feel at home. I thought that was cute.
Cute. Wouldn't play well today. It's a little bit stereotypical, maybe a bit sexist. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, all men like wine women. All men are womanizers, and all women just like shiny jewellery.
Well, but if we look at Riker's past on the series, he definitely likes his women, and he plays trombone.
True, but there's a
And if you look at Troy, she's, she will be the sacred holder
of the sacred rings of Babe.
And, yes,
Yeah, whatever.
all the
those
jewels
things.
and stuff. So
Yeah. But one's just a dusty old clay pot in the bottom of a cupboard, apparently.
Oh, you know what? I was thinking that maybe, this is total sidebar. You know how Guinan has the chalice that will summon the Q?
The Q summoning
That
drink, yeah.
maybe the Q have a similar treaty with Beta Zeds, and Waxana is in charge of holding one of those sacred chalices. Just in my head canon.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. What is it? So is it the Rings of Beta Zed, or the Sacred Chalice of Reeks, or
Yep, the sacred chalice of Reeks.
Daughter of the Fifth House, or is that the three of them?
Yep.
Okay. Third sidebar, that whole Guinan with the magical bottle, Harry Potter style Doctor Who,
Very
has to drink it to
fantasy.
summon a Q. Give me a rest. Okay. Is it your turn?
Okay, so let's jump to scene 155 and talk about the kiss.
Let's skip past this scene, because it's the creepiest, horriblest scene ever. I don't like it.
Oh my gosh, are you dead inside?
People kissing in slow motion.
Oh my god. Okay, listeners.
Oh, it was really creepy. It was like slow. No, normal kissing is fine if they do it slowly, yeah, and it can look sexy and intimate and with passion. But this is like the slow mo guys on YouTube, like slow mo kissing, and there's one point where they both got their mouths open, and it's like you should take it shots each. Yeah, don't both have your mouths open, and like they're just like face sucker each other, and then there's a bit where like his top lip sticks to her top lip, and like they get stuck, and then they pull away, and it snaps back. I was like, nobody wants to see all the minute physiological details of something that is so passionate. I expected a big string of saliva between the two.
Ew.
Do you know what I mean? Got to its breaking point and then like pinged. No.
Snap back.
Yeah. So Amy, you like the slow motion kiss, I take it.
I do. Okay, if you remember, my favorite non-Beverly romantic relationship is Anige and Picard.
Yes.
So they have a very special place in my heart. It was interesting to hear why the scene was cut. We have co-producer Lauritsen says that although it read well on paper, it just didn't work when we put it together, so we dropped the slow motion part of it. But when I was watching it, it just brought all those feelings back of their relationship and where it was at this point. And it sort of moved me to deeper thoughts of like, Joe, time is constant for us all living on this earth, correct? Time is constant. But yet, in so many movies and series and this one, like, we are so fascinated with different times. And when you're in a relationship and when you're going in for that first kiss, like, it seems like time does slow down. So I understand why they're doing it, but it's just a weird fascination that we have. We're seeing it in the new Picard series talking about time. Like, how many series talk about time and it's so variable, but yet that is the one constant that we have on Earth. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. I don't think it's necessarily weird. I think it's just that our perception of time is variable. I mean, you'll never watch, if you watch a kettle boil, it'll never boil, that old adage. Like, time flies when you're having fun. Mm-hmm. All those kind of things, they're true. And when you're not doing anything, or you're stuck at work and there's not a lot happening, time kind of drags.
Yes, it feels like the longest week. And oh my gosh, the time, the weekend flew away.
Yeah. I think Star Trek, specifically Next Generations, had a fascination with time because we see them age. It started with Generations. Time is the... What's the line? Time is the
fire in which we burn.
Yeah. And Picard makes the point of saying, no, time's a companion. My friend Kate recently... Kate's the one friend that I always buy gifts, like we buy each other birthday gifts and Christmas gifts. It's the one friend I still do it with. And we were talking, it's like we don't need anything. Like we've got everything that we need. The thing that we do need is more time. And it's like, it's very poignant. It's very true. Because at one point, one of us won't be here, and then you'll have run out of time. It's a comment on making most of the time that you've got. Mm-hmm. And cherishing those moments that are special to you, but not do it in slow motion.
Okay.
Where I think they really hit the nail on the head with Insurrection in terms of slow-mo is them being in real time, but everything around them slowing down.
Yes. So you're aware of the moment, but it's just such a special moment that you want to exist in it forever. I think that's the way to do it right. So you think they did it right in the movie because we have those slow motion moments that represent it, and so we don't need that.
Yeah, they're in real time, but the rest of their surroundings are in slow-mo.
Yeah.
And it's like their view of the world.
Yeah, it's their perception. Yeah.
Yes, rather than us seeing them slowed down, which just to me looked a bit weird and creepy.
So listeners, I think we're in agreement that we're keeping it cut, but recommending that you watch the deleted scene.
Yes. So is it going in that place where that special archive, the Golden Archive? Okay. I've named this special archive. Okay. It's not been put into the depths.
Right,
And it's not been put back in the movie.
It's correct.
Going in our special Starfleet Golden Archive.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Next scene number 268 is called Status Precarious. After his attack on the Sona ship, Data beams himself out of the Cousteau immediately before it explodes.
Do we need this?
It's literally, 15 seconds?
Yeah.
Of Data's ship being on fire and him kind of bouncing around the ship as it explodes and having a conversation with Picard. And then beaming out.
I mean, we know he beams out, so we don't need it, I don't think.
It would be a special effect thing. Yeah. It might be nice to see. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, we don't need it. Okay.
All right. We have disabling the injector, and we have additional dialogue between Picard, Riker, and Worf immediately before Picard beams aboard the metaphasic collector. So I was wondering, usually Picard gives a reason as to why he's going because Worf is going to go. And then Picard comes over and grabs the phaser rifle. And Worf, of course, protests. And Picard's like, nope, I'm going. And it's like, usually he gives a reason, like, this is a diplomatic mission. There's no danger. I'm going to go, da-da-da. So I didn't care for this scene at all. I didn't feel like the dialogue added anything to the story. What about you, Joe?
Do we not see that discussion between... I feel like we see the discussion between Picard and Worf about who's going to go. That bit felt very familiar. What I thought was new was what's his name? Not Ruafo, the other guy who's now on their side.
Yeah.
Artem? Is
no,
it? No,
that's the
no,
little
that's a wee boy.
pet.
I don't know. I can't remember. Who's the other Sona guy who's friends with Ruafo?
Yeah.
His name completely escapes me. He is basically telling Picard kind of what's going to happen next, and then how to stop it.
Right.
He goes over to the collector ship.
Yeah.
I felt that was new. I don't think it adds anything. I think we get all the details that we need about. We know what the collector's going to do, and we know there's a countdown, and we know that Picard has to go over and stop it. Why we all know why it's Picard is because he's the hero of the story. He's the lead actor, and Worf's just supporting cast. So it'd be a worse story if it was anything else. Yeah, so that's going in the bin.
Yep, going in the bin.
Okay, in the bin. There is an alternate ending, which is scenes number 301 to 304, and it's an alternate death scene for Rothacher. In the theatrical cut, he just blows up when the collector explodes. This one, he basically is standing on the injector that gets launched into the rings, and he gets launched into the rings, and the metaphasic energy in the rings rapidly de-ages him. So we see him with all his kind of pulled face skin and his facelifts, and then he becomes F. Murray Abraham, and then becomes a younger actor, and then it fades out to white. I weirdly liked it, but I realised Peter Lauritsen explained that Paramount thought it was too soft an ending and wanted him to go out in a blaze of glory.
Oh.
They wanted a big spectacular kaboom thing.
Right, okay. Yeah.
Because obviously males 18 to 40 like big explosions. Mm-hmm. There was some PR people at Paramount that thought, no, we can't have something intelligent happening, I think.
Yeah, it was intelligent, and we do need to see this because, and Lauritsen just totally explains it, like sort of the behind the scenes where they got these different actors and the view of the camera, and when you watch it, it sort of summarizes the whole movie with the purpose of why Rafa was so hell-bent on getting younger. And it's a conclusion to his story because he's literally going younger, and then poof, gone. Like, we definitely need this ending, I think.
I think so too. I think I prefer it. The just exploding in a blaze of glory is almost comes across like a punishment. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he got his just desserts, but with his rapid de-aging, he kind of got what he wanted.
Yes.
But also died, so it was... Did it redeem his character? He became human again as opposed to genetic mutant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah. That's an interesting... I think that's the first time we've decided to switch out what we got for something that we didn't get.
Yeah. And this was really fun to watch, and because they had like the words where this is, the special effect that should be here. That we always love that, seeing that on deleted scenes.
Yes. Like I was thinking today about the woman that gets zapped by the replicator in sickbay. It's hilarious stuff.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. What's the last one?
Well, this is the last one, and I'm wondering where you got this because I did not have this on but mine is only a DVD.
I did not have this on mine either, interestingly.
Oh, so where did you get this from?
This scene is from, the list is from Memory Alpha.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so Memory Alpha is yet another scene that is deleted somewhere, and I even searched YouTube. I couldn't find it. It says a further deleted scene, number 306, features Armin Shimmerman as Quark, who arrives on Baku aboard the USS Ticonderoga to open up the planet as a vacation spot at the end of the film. He is dismissed by Picard and escorted back to DS9 by an irritated Worf. This scene was scripted and filmed, but not included on the special edition DVD, although a still picture from it can be seen among the special features. I think this needed to happen. I'm so sad it was filmed, but never seen. It's a good tie-in.
Yeah, little cameos from other franchise or other parts of the franchise. Mm-hmm. And I love Armin Shimmerman.
I mean,
He's
we
such a
already
nice
got
guy.
Max Grodenchik.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And it's the total thing that Quark would do.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But, Ferengis are never treated very nicely.
Yeah.
I think there's a total institutional racism when it comes to Ferengi on part of the Federation, which is a darkness about the Federation that I don't like Now, Ferengis are all just really bad people and they're just out for money. I don't like the way they're treated. So yeah, I campaign to have this put back in.
Mm-hmm. For sure. This needs to come in.
Set up as we spa.
Well, even, you know how Marvel does it, like at the end of the credits, and then they have a little blurb?
Teaser for the next movies.
That's what that needs to be. Just one of the little excerpts at the end, just something funny, a little tie-in to DS9. It would have been perfect.
Because as a Marvel fan, I live for those little end credit scenes. Mm-hmm. They're the best bits of the movies, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Not really, but you get the idea.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually glad that we are going to do one more deleted scenes, because then that will finish up our deleted scene series that we started so many episodes ago.
Millennia ago.
So many networks ago.
2 networks ago.
2 networks ago. Wow. Man. Yeah.
When we're still just a constant, aren't we?
We
As the oceans and the continents change around us, we are like eternals.
Well, those deleted scenes, I feel, were pretty awesome.
I liked most of them.
Yeah. And that's sort of a first, especially when we're talking seasons, deleted scenes. We were getting rid of a bunch of those.
Yes. Plus, Generations, I think, were there any we kept? There wasn't much that we kept in Generations.
There wasn't.
We changed a lot. Like the skydiving scene at the beginning was completely pointless, but we rewrote it to make it look cool and interesting. So yeah, that's interesting. Not surprising, they are really good movies, First Contact and Insurrection. So I'd imagine if they're really good movies, there's going to be a bunch of deleted scenes that are really good as well. And if they're good, then we're potentially going to want to keep them in, which we've found.
Watching the Insurrection deleted scenes really makes me want to go watch the movie again, now that I have that sort of the back context, and especially since we were changing some of the deleted scenes to be awesome.
I might do that this evening.
Incoming transmission.
We'd love to hear your thoughts on today's show and hope you'll join the Facebook group, the BQN Collective. If you are already on the Federation Council Chambers, you're already there and won't have to join another group, which is great because we've worked really hard, or other people, not me. I just let the organisers organise, and I just sit back and wait until it's all done. So yeah, you don't have to actually do anything, you're just there. You've been assimilated into this new BQN network, whatever that stands for. And you can also, as normal, follow us on Twitter at Galaxy Class Pod.
And we have our network Twitter at BQN Podcasts. So follow us there too. Please hit the subscribe button on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts and leave us a star rating and a written review. That really does help others to find the show. You can also check out our other shows on BQN, like All Good Things, History with the Szilagys, Mickey's Marvels, Union Federation, and Infinite Diversity. So, Joe, where can people find you when you are tossing wads of paper at people in the library, causing trouble as usual?
Tossing? Excuse me? Seems rude. I would not be doing that.
You already do that.
I do not throw bits of paper at people in the library. Paper's a very precious resource, and I would like to live in a world where we had no paper, with the exception of books. So there you go. When I'm not doing that, you can get me on our Facebook group, the BQN Collective. You can tweet me on the Twitter at JoeyJoe77UK, or you can email me joepodcasts@gmail.com. And Amy, where can people find you when you're practicing slow-mo kissing with your hand shaped like a mouth? Yeah. Listeners, both Amy and I are simulating practicing kissing our hand shaped like a mouth.
Oh my gosh, when you started asking me that, I'm like, Joe's going to do the slow-mo kiss. Yeah. We know each other so well.
I am nothing if not predictable.
Well, when I'm not doing that, you can find me here on the network talking with Mark White on All Good Things. And I am on Union Federation talking new Star Trek and the Orville when it comes out. You can find me on Twitter at Miss Amy Nelson and, of course, in the BQN Collective on Facebook.
Priority 1 message from Starfleet coming in on secured channel.
If you'd like to help us keep all our shows coming to you each week, you can become a patron of the network on Patreon. We are putting out more exclusive content for our patrons, like It's Green, that you won't want to miss. A huge shout out to Davey Willett for being our very own show supporter. Thank you so much.
And at this time, we would like to give props to those instrumental for launching BQN. They are Mark White, Tony Robinson, and Ken Tripp. A huge shout out to all the hosts on the network for their enthusiasm, efficiency, and involvement in making this the best it can be.
Thank you for beaming aboard the Galaxy class, and until next time,
great joy and gratitude.
Everything is better with Gorgonzola. But not your uniform.
Engage.
Okay. Sidebar, it's been going on my head, did you hear about our Member of Parliament, UK Parliament, who was caught watching porn on his phone in the chamber?
No, I did
in
not.
Like the House of Commons, which is like the House of Representatives or the Senate or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you hear about that? No.
No, I did not.
It's just exploded. He's resigned now and he's been forced to quit. He's actually, but he was on BBC like in tears. They interviewed him on the news and he was like crying and stuff. And he's like,
just for watching porn?
But like when you're at work.
Oh, okay.
In the house, in the big chamber where all the politicians are.
Okay.
Yeah. But he tried to say that he was looking at tractors, but ended up on a website that looked like the tractor website he was supposed to be on. I was like, no, you're not. Just try to spin a lie. Anyway, sidebar ended. Okay.
Well,
let's move on to Nemesis. Do we have time? Well, we've got 50 minutes.
What do you think?
We'll leave it for another time?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, let's see.
There's a bunch. I'll take it.
Yeah, there's a bunch. And I love talking Nemesis, so.
Yeah. Okay, so we have decided to cut it there because there are a bunch of deleted scenes from Nemesis. So you're just going to have to listen to the next deleted scenes episode where we cover Nemesis, because Amy's going to be there and just go on and on and on, and Troy this and Troy that, and Troy's the best, and everybody
and how
loves
amazing
Troy.
The movie is. It's the best TNG movie.
No, it's not.
Oh
this
my
is an
gosh.
incorrect statement. First Contact is.